Network. We're not fighting the Chrysler today. We're just enjoying it. Well, finally, it's been a long time. I've had this car since 2018, December. And it's my first foray into the modern generation of Mopar products. You know, we had the 07 SRT8 Jeep and the 06 Magnum SRT8. This is a whole different level, the 2012 SRT8 300. Now, the whole time I never had a taser. I never had pedal commander, none of that. I just used a straight Predator tuner to do everything to the car. But I have been noticing the leaps and bounds that Mopar made in speedometer technology as far as the 2015 and beyond Mopars. And I was a little jealous. So I decided to go ahead and make the swap and upgrade the dash at least. You know, the car itself hasn't changed that much, but the dash and the 8-speed transmission, which I don't have, but nevertheless, the dash is better, and it's here, and I finally got it going. In other words, I had to do, I had to get a taser to put this dash in because the steering wheel buttons do not work without the taser. So I went ahead and got a taser, and I like it. It's cool. I like the light show. Love the light show because I'm a light fanatic. And I really, really dig the little options and the things you can do. Now, I've been able to do most of this other stuff for a while now with other apparatuses, and if that's how you say it, plural of apparatus, I don't know. Other ways to do it. But I like the taser. I like the taser. And it's got a lot of little cool features, but it was interesting getting it going because it does not have its own interface. You have to use the cruise control buttons on the steering wheel. Now I got 11 to 14 steering wheel is different than a 15 plus. So things are a little different. I went online to find people. I watched a bunch of videos of people doing the swap, but nobody ever broke down exactly how to get this thing working. So all the videos I watched, I only had a head start. Now I know how to do it because I had to do it. So, without further ado, first thing, get the taser married to your car. You got to dig into the menus to find marry. You plug it in and it works. You can do some stuff, and some stuff you have to marry it to do. Some stuff you can do while the engine's running. Some stuff you do while it's in on. And some stuff is left when you pull the taser away from the car. Even though if it's married to it, you still have the options set. But anyway, I got in there. I found the option for cluster swap. But that's all I know. It just says cluster swap. I don't understand what it means. So I put in cluster swap, pulled out the old cluster, put the new one in. I didn't have no buttons. No steering wheel buttons, and that's how you control the taser. So that's how you control also the EVIC, all the stuff in the dash itself. So I put it back, put the old one back in, went through it. I printed out the handbook, brought it with me in the car. So I got the big handbook, printed out all 15 pages of it, 18 pages. And I found out that you have to actually have it in cluster swap mode the whole time you have the new cluster in the car. And there's a way to turn on and off cluster swap mode by using the cancel button. I'll show you. You have to hit the cancel button here and the ESP BAS button, and that will turn the dash on. It'll say cluster swap mode, and that comes on and stays on. Your ESP button still works as usual, but that will keep it in cluster swap mode in the car. So that way you can use all your buttons with the new high-tech gizmo dash, right? I did not understand why they said you had to have a taser, but the taser goes hand in hand with the swap because it's really a different car, the 2015 plus. Also, with an 11 or 14 Chrysler or Dodge, you want to do this 15 plus swap, you can only use clusters that come from a 15, 16, or 17 Charger, Challenger, whatever. Excuse me. I don't know why or what's different, but I have heard online that 18 plus clusters, you can't get everything to work with the older car. You can upgrade from a 15 to an 18, 19, 20 cluster, but you can't upgrade from 11 to 14 to an 18 plus cluster. So when I went searching for this one, this is a Chrysler cluster. Okay, out of a 15300, I made sure it came from a 15 or a 16 or 17, but this one specifically said 15. Now, if you go looking for Hellcats clusters, like the red one, you know what I mean, with the little fancy looking one with the little center, you can't see the center hubs of the needles, all the lights come on top of the needle and all that, the Dodge clusters, they'll only tell you it's for a 15 to 23. They won't tell you. So you have to do part number search. You have to find the accurate part numbers for the years you need, because they will not work right even with the Taser. And the Taser instructions, they tell you it only will work with a 15 to 17. That's something I did not get from everybody I saw online, all the other videos. But they all covered pretty well how to pull a dash apart, get the one out, put the one in. Now, I noticed another thing is that Chrysler's cluster is set differently than Dodge for the Challenger and the Charger. The way the mounting points, the little brackets that stick off the edge of the cluster, are mounted differently. So if you put a Charger cluster in here, you got to do some cutting and possibly some zip tying. But this puppy here, it went right in. I didn't have to do anything except trim the inside of this, like everybody said, because the way the cluster is made, it's got a little slant to it at the top brackets. The original cluster is an L shape, so it interferes with the top of this. So what I did was I trimmed the cluster's mounting brackets down to an L shape, so they're not slanted. Like, and this probably makes them stronger, but I mean, Jesus, how strong do they need to be? But I trimmed that down, didn't have to touch the top, so that's still stock. And I figured if you trim too much of that cluster, you would see it under here, because you can kind of see in there, but the steering wheel blocks it, so it's not a real big deal. But yeah, you have to do some trimming. So I pulled out the Dremel and did what I did, and it did well, but I did it while it was in the car, so the windshield got in my way with the Dremel, so I ended up using a set of pliers to grab it and just twist off the extra plastic. But then I got it in. Now, another thing is I had no idea how to pull this damn thing off. The way it comes off, it slides forward straight at you. I'm trying to lift up on it, so of course I broke the hell out of it. That's why I have screws here for the time being. You see my pain. I know it's janky as fuck, but we're gonna have it like that until the new one I ordered arrives, which will be here next week. So until then, I will keep this as it is, because I can't see the screws. I mean, you look down through the windshield, you be like, yeah, I know. I'm not gonna win no shows with that shit showing. So until then, we're just gonna roll like this because it don't bother me. Now, I like this thing, it's good. Another thing I found out is that we don't have a sport button. Now see, I'm not in sport mode right now, but if I hit sport mode here, I got nothing on the dash to show me I'm in sport mode. So I don't really know, but it does work. Mine says sport track because I did the update to the Uconnect system, and it gave me a track on it, but it don't have track mode. It's only a 2-mode system. The 12s were like that. I think the 13s or 14s got track, sport, and regular. I only got regular and sport, which I'm happy, because I'm not going to try to find a red 12, 13, or 14. It's just not going to happen. But anyway, with the dash, who knows? That was the only other difference in those, the 13 and 14, was the blacked out tail lights, and the dash got a little bit better for 13 and 14 than the 12 dash, the old one that I had. But you know, hey, we here now. You can't tell me this is a 12, 13, or a 14 just by looking at it, so I don't care. Plus, got a brand new motor. I'm happy. Now, another thing is I got to change the mileage because this mileage ain't right. But I hear there's an app that you can change the mileage with. It pays like 50 bucks. I got to go back and watch all these videos again and find out who said it. And they said the name of it and everything, but I forgot right now. So I'm going to do that later. Get the mileage right. I got a TPMS sensor that's out, so it took away my cruise control. I hope that's why it took away my cruise control, my adaptive. So until then, I'll get that straight and then we'll figure this out. I got a TPMS in the car. I bought 2 of them. One went out actually the other day and I replaced it. It just married to the car. It just started coming up on the EVIC, but then the other one went out. Both front ones are gone. I bought them at the same time. I guess they're dying at the same time. So I'm expecting the back ones to go out too. Either way, we here and the dash is in and I'm loving the look, man. I'm waiting till nighttime so I can see what it looks like. I kind of wanted to go with a red theme because, you know, got all this red stuff in here. But I'm not mad at the blue glow because the Dodge clusters that have the red gauges, like the Hellcat cluster, at nighttime it don't look like shit. It just looks, it got a red ring around it and that's it. And I didn't like that. And I didn't like the font either because it looked too Dodge. This is a Chrysler. It's a different car. So I ended up sticking with this one. Now, I got this cluster on eBay for $59, yo. 59 bucks. The Hellcat clusters go anywhere between $300 to $800. I got this one for $59 on a LARF. Just figured I'd try it, see how it worked, you know what I mean, before I take the plunge, because I really wanted the Hellcat cluster to match the red, but I'm liking the look because the original cluster in this car had blue glow to it. This one has a blue glow. My interface here on the dash has a blue glow. The door handles have a blue glow. So, I mean, you know, hey, blue glow on the dash, red interior trim, but no red lighting. No, I do have red, the interior lights, so I mean I kind of like that, but I'm gonna stick with the blue glow. I think this is the move, and the Chrysler dash looks a little more elegant, you know, because Chrysler is more elegant than Dodge. So I'm pretty happy with it. We're gonna move on and I will continue this later when I get everything done and everything worked out, because I'm still in the middle of a learning curve with this thing right now, but that's okay. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna keep that Hemi under our right foot as always. Peace out. I know it's a 140 only dash, but it does say SRT when you start it, so we good.